take away from Spo's messaging and video and practice and all that good stuff today, or anybody else who offered messaging to you guys today?
We had a chance, and that we still believe. You know, like I said, they're writing us off. You know, everybody's doubting us. So, but as long as the people in the locker room and on our coaching staff have belief, then that's all that matters.
Morgan in the middle.
Coming back from injury, a lot of times people are a little more hesitant or not able to play as freely as they want to. How good did you feel the other night, and why were you able to play so freely? Are you just all the way back, or where are we?
I was hesitant. You know, I don't want to get bumped in the shoulder, but I was definitely hesitant. And then Jay came up to me and was like, yo, like, after I got the first layup, he was like, hey, take your mind off of it. It's over. You out there now. So just locking into that, you forget about it. So I forgot about it, and I was just out there just trying to make plays.
Next question is from Andres Lopez.
Thank you. Bam, you just mentioned how your confidence is still there, and even though people may be writing you guys off, you guys still believe in yourselves. Can you talk about a little that mentality going into the next game that is so important for you guys, and where are you guys at psychologically right now?
Our backs are against the wall. You know, we know that. And it's 3 up, 3 down. You know, that's our motto. We got to stick to that. We got to believe in that. And like I said, it's not like it hasn't been done before. And it'd be great to be another team to do that.
Next question, Cooper Moorhead.
Hey, Bam, with AD on Jimmy, and he's dropping back so far in the paint, especially on pick and rolls, what do the other 4 guys on the floor need to do to help counter that coverage?
We just got to get more movement. I feel a lot of times we get stagnant and caught up into the clock with 7 seconds, and we get ourselves in butter situations is what we call it. But as long as we get shots on goal and, you know, they're quality shots, I feel like we'll be okay.
Any questions here in the room? Okay, go ahead, Rob.
Next question will be from Julio Montenegro.
Hi, Bam. What is the key to fight against pressure in Game 5?
Kind of fighting against pressure?
Yes.
Like I said, our back's against the wall. You can't worry about pressure then. You know, you got to do everything you can. We got to play desperate as we possibly can. We got to go out there, execute, be detailed, and play like we're down 3-1.
Next question is from La Gazzetta, Italy.
Hey, Bam, Davide here from Italy. What can you tell us about the last 2 days for you guys? You know, knowing you're down 3-1, coming off a loss. How's the atmosphere?
Like it's still some belief. I mean, like I said earlier, people are writing us off. So long as the people in our organization still have belief and we have belief, then anything is possible.
Next question, Isaac Fannin.
Hey, Bam, it's Isaac here from the BBC. People in Nigeria are obviously enjoying watching you play in these playoffs. How does it feel knowing that you're potentially inspiring the next generation of Nigerian players? And could you see yourself representing them on the international stage in the future?
It feels good that, you know, people enjoy to watch me play, and just having the next generation look up to me and be something special for them, that feels great. But right now I can't really worry about the decision of putting on a Nigerian jersey. You know, I got to focus on the finals.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Next question is from Alan Sliwa.
Hey, Bam, just want to get your thoughts. Is it, of course, you don't want to be down 3-1, but when you are in this position, do you think it maybe makes the team a little bit looser? Do you look at this upcoming game
Does it change anything from when you were down 2-1? Do you think you guys played a little looser because you're down 3-1?
Play a little looser?
Yeah, looser in the sense that, of course, the pressure is on. You got to win every game, but when your back's up against the wall, does it loosen things up a little bit for you guys?
I mean, it depends on how you look at looser. Do you saying like looser as in like we play more free flowing?
Exactly.
No. I feel like if we're down 3-1, we got to be damn near perfect. If I'm being honest, you know, that's the way it has to go. We got to be damn near perfect to go 3 up, 3 down. So I don't think it's no playing looser. You know, I feel like that's got to boost your energy up because you know we have a chance. So at this point, we got to play desperate.
Malika, last question.
Does playing desperate become different or easier in any sense, knowing that this game, if we were in a different universe, would have been played in LA, but now it's played on a kind of neutral site, or are they all the other noises and effects make it so it's just about the same?
I mean, once you really get out there, you really forget about it. You know, even if we're in a bubble or we had the crowd, you know, the home team gonna realize it, but you just gotta go out there and hoop. At the end of the day, you know, court's still the same, ball still go through the net the same. So at the end of the day, we down 3-1 and we gotta play desperate. And it's no really, you know, once you're in between them lines, you can't really worry about the outside noise, if that makes sense.
Hey, Jimmy, you've, you know, you're on a deep playoff run in the finals in the bubble. And, you know, you've been on a couple of deep playoff runs outside of the bubble earlier in your career in Philly and in Chicago. Like, what have been the biggest differences to you between being in it this long in this environment versus kind of in a normal environment, kind of what it does physically or mentally?
I mean, obviously, you're away from your family. For me, I'm away from my guys a lot. A lot of people that I spend a lot of time with. But at the same time, I get to be around a great group of guys, great coaching staff. We have fun. And, you know, basketball is always basketball. It's competing. We know what you're going to get. And then I think it's just really hard. You know, as Spo always says, it's going to be the hardest thing you ever have to do. I believe him. I've seen that. I felt that now. But I wouldn't change it. I like where we're at, man. And, you know, I smile because it's true. I like where we're at.
Tim, over here.
Jimmy, I don't know if you just heard Spo or not, but he came in, he was pretty fired up about how it's first to 4. That's what it is. Nothing else matters. It's first to 4. You're smiling and saying you like where you at. Where does the confidence from this group come from? It's not common for a first-year group to face elimination for the first time and have this going like you guys do.
Man, we know what we do every day. I mean, we just love to compete with one another. We realize that there's a chance that it won't look the same next year, but we're in it for the right now. So we're going to give everything that we have for one another. And like I said, you know, we go back and we're looking at stuff and we're correcting stuff and we're like, damn, you know, we see it on film. We just got to be able to see these things in the game. So, you know, everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody's ready to compete. We're ready to get one.
Dan?
Jimmy, you guys have been here for months. I'm curious, you as a group seemingly really embraced this opportunity of being here, playing in the bubble. But I guess if you could take a step back, like, has it been harder than you thought it would be? You mentioned to be away from the people you care about, or is it kind of been what you expected mentally?
I mean, for me, no, not really. Yeah, I miss my people. Don't ever get me wrong about that. But I think this is just part of this is what you signed up for. This is a job. To go out there and try to win a championship, no matter where it's at. You know, here in the bubble in Orlando, I think this is just a step in the process to getting where we want to get to. But like I say, we're all in it. We're all here. mentally, physically. We're all wanting to get this thing done. We all believe that we can get this thing done. So ain't nobody going home yet. We're still here.
Next question, Leonardo Torres.
But Jimmy, do this kind of pressure, considering that it's win or go home?
I don't think it's pressure. I think it's just win. Ain't nobody think about going home over here. It's just win. So there is no pressure. We're expected to win. That's our job. It's not win or go home. It's win or win. That's how we think about it.
Malika?
Jimmy, how does after playing 45 minutes in the past 2 games, how did your body feel after game 4 versus right now after 2 days off versus every other day?
One and the same, a little bit tired. I'm not 25 like I was a long time ago, but I'm okay. I'm okay. It's whatever it takes to win. I'll play however many minutes. I'll be however tired, but I gotta win. I gotta know me putting my body through all of this, my guys putting their bodies through all of this. It's for something. Being here for 90, however many days, it was for something. Being here for the next 6 until the 13th, I think that's game 7, yeah, maybe. It was for something. Because if it wasn't, I would be really pissed off at the end of this thing.
Hey, Jimmy. There was a moment in the last game where, I think you saw Rondo talking and you started smiling and just kind of watching him. Can you take us into what it was that was happening there and just, what made you smile?
To tell you, I really don't remember. I don't. Rondo's always saying something to me during the game. I got a lot of respect for the guy, a lot of love for the guy. Him and his family, obviously, he played with me in Chicago. So it's always some jawing going back and forth. But we're going to get the best of Rondo and the Lakers. We have no choice. We can't lose. We got to win 3 straight. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more jawing back and forth and a lot more smiling between us two.
Next question, Mateo Mayorga.
Jimmy, speaking of the right now, like you said, in your opinion, what more do you think is needed from yourself to help your team possibly extend this series?
A lot more. Not just scoring points. I got to rebound the basketball better. I have to get my guys involved in a numerous amount of ways. And then I got to really lock down on the defensive end. I got to be able to guard everybody. I got to be in the paint and then be able to close out on the perimeter. I got to be able to do a lot more. I got to be able to set the tone from the jump, play with the most energy I've ever played with for these next 3 games, and win. That's what I got to do, win.
Next question, Julio Montenegro.
Hi, Jimmy. What will be the keys to win Game 5?
Score more points than the Lakers.
Next question is from Fernanda Vasquez.
Hi, Jimmy. This season you have been physically further from your fans than ever. What lesson does this experience leave you regarding fan support?
That we do miss and love our fans. Damn sure the ones in Miami. I wish they were here to witness this. Hopefully, witness a comeback down 3-1. But hopefully we get to return and play in front of all the fans around the world pretty soon.
And the last Zoom question will be from La Gazzetta, Italy.
Hey, Jimmy, Davide here from Italy. The Lakers put Anthony Davis on you in the last game. What is the difference between being guarded by him or by LeBron James, like happened in the first games?
I mean, it's basically one and the same. They're both 7 feet or damn near 7 feet. They move their feet incredibly well, super athletic. and are very smart on both ends of the floor. I just, I got to be better at attacking and be better at getting my guys involved. I mean, I'm not backing down from any one of those guys. So whatever I do decide to do, it just got to end up in a win at the end of the day.
Any final questions in here?
Eric, obviously the update. Did Goran practice today, and how does his status look for tomorrow's game, please?
Status is still the same. He went through the film session, and that was the bulk of what we did. So status is the same with Goran.
So he was listed as doubtful before the other game. So would that mean it would be the same?
Same status.
Okay, thank you. And after the game, Bam said he was not 100% on Tuesday. He's had 2 days in the interim. How is he looking? Does he look closer to you? Thank you.
Bam's going to be just fine tomorrow. I'm not getting into percentiles. His full competitive spirit will be ready to go tomorrow night.
Next question will be from La Gazzetta, Italy.
Hey, Coach, Davide from Italy here. Going into Game 5, you guys obviously are on the brink of elimination. What is the thing you're stressed out the most going into this game? The mental aspect, the adjustments you want to make?
Look, we think it's a really competitive series. We have a purpose of why we're here. We're competing for a title, and it's the first team to 4 wins. There's a lot of different narratives out there. We don't give a SHIT what everybody else thinks. This is everything that we wanted this year, is an opportunity to fight for it, compete for a title, and that hasn't changed at all. Through these first games.
Tim, here in this corner.
Eric, kind of along those lines, what can you share with us about the messaging from film today, assuming you did it before you guys came over? Was there?
Look, it's not like anything, dramatic. There's probably a lot of different narratives out there. We are here for a purpose. It's as simple as that. This is everything that we wanted, is an opportunity to compete for a title against a great team. We never thought that it was going to be easy. And that's the way this playoff system is designed. It's supposed to get more challenging every step of the way. And I know the character of our group. We are still very much committed to what our purpose is, and look forward to the competition tomorrow. So whatever the storylines that are out there, we don't care. Our guys are the ones who are out there in the arena, marred by dust, blood, sweat, and tears. Our guys are the ones out there. 28 other teams aren't out there, and everybody else is basically on their comfortable couches, spectating on this one. Our guys are the ones that are in the arena, and that's right where they are meant to be.
Have you been made aware yet of what Gary Payton wrote for Players Tribune?
Who told me was Goran. I was really moved by it, particularly coming from GP. I had goosebumps, and it was just the right timing, and what a pleasant surprise, to come from one of the former champions. He knows how difficult competing for a title is, regardless of how you get there, what the score is in the series. At this point, it's the first team to 4. That's the only thing that matters.
Malika?
So sort of regardless of what happens tomorrow, your time in the bubble, the Lakers' time in the bubble, our time in the bubble is all kind of coming to an end. How much thought have you put into assimilating to what it is? Like you talked about, Bam should be able to not wear a mask on the sidelines because it's fine, it's safe in here. Have you thought about that dichotomy at all?
I have not, other than my conversations with my wife and our kids and school. That kind of brings you back to reality. But other than that, no, I haven't given any thought, for right or wrong, about anything outside this bubble. right now. That's not family related.
Next question, Leonardo Torres.
Coach, the defensive adjustment and the pressure that AD put on Butler, how are you going to try to handle that?
That's what competition's all about. Stepping up and figuring it out. They closed that game, better than we did. Whether AD's on them, for the full 40-plus minutes or not, we have to be able to overcome it. And our guys are looking forward to that kind of challenge.
Thank you.
Next question, Mateo Mayorga.
Hey, Coach Spo. After the loss in Game 4, which of your players would you say has been the most vocal, stabilizing force in the locker room, making sure everyone is focused and the team is well prepared?
Our guys don't need stabilization. We don't need a character test. We don't need a competitive temperature. We all know where our guys are. I don't think you could understand unless you're in the locker room. So I'm not really going to, waste time trying to explain to everybody. We are here for a purpose. We are trying to compete for a title. That has not changed. And our players, our guys are the ones in this arena, marred by sweat, tears, blood. And that's right where they are meant to be.
Hello, Tyler. First of all, you played both on Game 3 and Game 4. You play very aggressive defense. It will gonna be the key for Game 5 for your team.
Yeah, this same thing. Game 4, we felt like we were right there. They made a couple more plays than us, down the stretch. But coming into Game 5, we have to, we played aggressive on defense, but we had to, take it to even another level, to a level that we probably haven't took it yet. And, that's the level we're gonna have to take it to in order for us to get back into this thing.
And also about your experience here in the bubble in your rookie season, what was the biggest lesson for you on those days in the bubble?
I think just being able to get the experience of playing in the playoffs, whether there's fans or not, was probably my biggest takeaway from this. Just being able to get that experience. We've seen a lot of defenses. A lot have been thrown our way, and we've seen it all. So it was a great experience for me.
Thank you very much.
All right, next up we have Barry Jackson with the Miami Herald. Go ahead.
Hi, Tyler. Any interesting texts you've gotten with advice from D. Wade or Coach Cal or any former Kentucky teammates who are in the NBA? Anything last couple days which stuck with you?
I've talked to Coach Cal, almost every day after every game. Just pretty much telling me that we're right there. We can play with these guys. They made a few more plays down the stretch than us, but other than that, we're right there step for step with them. And, this series isn't over as, the advice that he gave to me.
Thank you.
Hello, Duncan. First of all, after the Game 4, you had a day off. How helped you to prepare physically and mentally about Game 5?
We took some time off yesterday just to kind of get away from it a little bit, and then we reconvened today. We met, watched the film, went over some stuff, practiced, got some work in, and we're all ready for tomorrow. Excited for the opportunity.
And also about Game 5, how is the atmosphere in the locker room? And will you change anything about your approach on the game?
Obviously, the sense of urgency is even more. I thought we brought a good sense of urgency in Game 4, but this game tomorrow is going to require even more from us. So we're excited about it. We're all locked in and ready to go.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Barry Jackson with the Miami Herald. Go ahead, Barry.
Hi, Duncan. I'm sure you guys are exasperated about the number of fouls on three-point shots we've seen throughout the playoffs called against you guys. How much has Spo talked about that the last couple of weeks, and what's been the message from the staff on how to avoid those?
Yeah, we've really talked about it. A big emphasis for us right now is trust. In that, you just got to trust that you're in the right spots and that you're doing the right things. And, sometimes you just got to live with getting a good contest. And, if they make them, they make them. But we can't be bailing guys out on three-point attempts and just giving them free runs at the line. So it's definitely something we've addressed and talked about. Hopefully we can clean up here for Game 5 and moving forward.
And do the coaches not want you guys jumping into three-point shooters? I know how tempting that must be as high-effort players.
Yeah, there's some technical adjustments that you can make that we've talked about. So it's just attention to detail, and I think we'll be better moving forward.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Dan Wilkie. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. I'm curious, as somebody who's interested in politics and things like that, what's it been like being here when everything else in the outside world is so different? Like, do you feel disconnected from those types of interests? And I'm just kind of curious about like the mental aspect of that sort of level of disconnection.
Definitely feel a certain level of disconnection. When you're here, you very much feel like you're in a bubble, and that you're kind of secluded and separated from the outside world. So, it's been interesting just staying in touch with family and friends that are outside and basically just getting updates on everything. And a lot of questions. I've been asking a lot of questions about how everything's in Miami, how everything is, back home where I'm from, and just try to get a pulse as best you can. And then obviously, when we leave here, we'll be thrown back into the fire, the chaos of it all, and we'll see how it goes.
Whether it's, whenever it happens, if it happens in a week, what do you think it'll be like to be thrown back into that chaos? Like to be sort of reintegrated into society?
It'll come with these challenges. Habits are developed over the 90 plus days that we've been here. You have your daily routines that are going to have to change. And that's how it goes. It's the same adjustments that you made coming in here, and it'll make them leaving. So it really is. It is what it is. I mean, I don't have a better explanation than that. Just kind of got to go with the flow with a lot of it.
Jay, you've been on this deep playoff run in the bubble, and then you also were on a deep playoff run outside of the bubble with the Celtics a few years ago. I wonder if you could just tell me what the biggest differences are, both mentally and physically, between going on a run this long in the bubble and in kind of a normal circumstance.
Well, this is more challenging, obviously, for a lot of reasons, but this definitely is more challenging on your mental, being away from family, with all the stuff that's going on in the world. It makes you lock in a little, probably you have to lock in more, I would say, than previous years, just because of just what's going on and how it's easy to be distracted by other things. So I'll rate this one as high as it can go in my career as a playoff run and how engaged I have to be with my mental on the court.
All right, next up we have Barry Jackson with the Miami Herald. Go ahead, Barry.
Hi, Jay. How is this ranked among most enjoyable experiences of your career? And would you like to be here long term after obviously being on several different teams over the years?
Well, it's enjoyable because we're winning, but at the same time, I've been taken away just by the stuff that's going on outside the bubble. I think the basketball side of it has been great for me. Obviously, we're winning and we're here fighting for it all. The last two teams standing and trying to fight for it all. So with that aspect of it, it's been great. It's been a great group of guys, great organization to be a part of, and hopefully we can work something out. But at the same time, with stuff that's going on in the world, it's a little more. I have kids, you know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of stuff on my mind, on my plate just to worry about as an African-American in this world. So it's been a roller coaster, but it's been some good and some bad, obviously. And I'm just taking the punches as they come and trying to be as positive as I can each and every day.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Christos from SDNA Greece. Go ahead.
Hello, Jay. First of all, under the circumstances, the game 5 of that series will gonna be the biggest and the most important game for you in this season for the whole playoff series.
Yeah, yeah, it is the most important game. But our approach has been the next game is the most important game. That's our approach we've been having this whole playoff run is just the next one. Whether we win or lose, the next one is the most important one. So obviously, this next game, game 5, is the most important one for our group. And we know that, and we are facing whatever we're facing, the reality of what we're facing. So it is the most important game of our playoff push, of our playoff run, and we're approaching it as such.
And also, Goran Dragic trying as hell to play on the next game. How inspirational is his effort to play about you?
He's a competitor. What he's trying to do is, you tip your hat off to a guy like that. Obviously, it's a terrible time to go down for an injury. And an injury of that caliber, obviously, it hinders you a little bit. But he's doing everything he can to try to prepare himself to join us at some point. He's doing round-the-clock treatments. He's doing everything he can to get back on the court. He's a competitor, so he wants to be out there. He's eating him up alive. He's put all his work in up to this point, and then have to face the injury as such that he's facing. So it's frustrating for him as teammates, as his brother. We just try to uplift him each and every day. We see the work he's putting in, and hopefully it'll pay off for him.
Thank you.
All right, Jay.